And it is Sunday, June 27th, 9:02 p.m., making me 1 minute late to the party, although I had some technical issues getting set up. And welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stumbles. Let me just get this stream fired up on the big screen so we are good. Hopefully the sound is good. Let me just check that. Oh well, seems to be good enough. It might be a bit too loud, but I do have my. Let me turn off my air conditioning. I can hear that running, but I hope you're all having a good Sunday. I'll be back in 1 second. There we go. I've got the chat up. I see Harjot, Ricardo, Vivian, Johnson, COVID Hippo, Janet, Ali, BHG, Susan, Margaret, Alex, Darius, Michael Nguyen, Michelle Briggs, Habs fan, Terratopia, Mark S, Transport Gallery, Harjot again, Susan again, Whitby Dude, The Magic Entertainer, Michael Stern, and Jeremy Chun. I hope you guys are enjoying what turned out to be a really nice day. It was supposed to be kind of rainy and full of thunderstorms, and we ended up with 29, 30 degree weather. It was rather nice. There was a lot of people out, so it turned out for the best. And I see Jenny K says, Johnny, you look somewhat human tonight. What happened? Thanks, Jenny K. I'm glad I look human tonight. Microlith is here. Michael Stern and Funny Dog. And we're going to have a Muskoka detour. So hopefully the audio and everything is good. Let me just check one more time. Yeah, it seems we're good. So last time I did one of these live streams, the audio was pretty janky. You guys swore it was good, but when I rewatched it, it wasn't that good. And this is beer number 3 of the night. Before this, what I did today, if you saw my Instagram post, I took the scooter out for a ride. I kind of walked a fair bit the past few days, so I felt like doing something different. So I took the scooter and I went to the East End and I rode around the pocket a bit and around East Chinatown and through that area. So it turned out to be a pretty good ride. It's also going to give me a bit of a software challenge because I don't have my horizon level very good. It's kind of slanted. So I'm going to have to crop it and fix that. And then I did something that I promised you guys I was going to do a long time ago. I did a dog walking video. So that'll be on the Stumbles channel coming up. And then I recorded my scooter ride back home. And that one I did as a silent ride. So I didn't talk until some guy came up to me and started talking about my scooter. So yeah, I got 3 videos in today. Although one's a dog walk and one of them is a silent scooter video. So that's what I've been up to. Yesterday I went to Roncesvalles. And I went down. Bevy says copycat. How am I a copycat? This was this not the idea I had a long time ago? It said I was going to do. Lisa D says dog walking is A++ content. Yeah, so I found it hard. Like, do I point the camera at the dog when I'm walking? Do I point? Like there was just some technical things. It was kind of fun to try to do. I ended up pointing the camera at the dog like half of the time. Vans Buses Gaming says, am I late? You are very late, Vans Buses Gaming. You were very late. And just kidding, you're like 4 minutes late. I said I was going to start this at 9, but we started at like 9:01. Oh well. Don't worry, there's plenty of dog in the video. I could actually let's see, I can show you guys what I'm talking about. On my East Side scooter ride, I don't know if this is a good example, but become a rather exclusive one in recent years. Oh, look at this. I ran into a pride parade today. Wasn't this neat? But to my point, you can notice my handlebars are kind of slightly slanted, so I'm going to have to fix that. In the software I use, you can't do it that precisely, so I'm gonna have to bump that a few degrees and crop it.
I'm gonna go left of this dinosaur. Thank you. That's fun.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And this is a kind of a secluded neighborhood. It's called the Pocket. There's only really one way to enter it from a main street. You can take side streets on the north and east sides, but that yeah, that was neat. And
Avenue.
but you can see the whole thing kind of slants this way. So I got to fix that, but hopefully this will be up on the channel on Tuesday. And then on my way home, and what I did after I walked the dog, because I had met a friend, we went out to Louis Cypher, and I had a very good dinner and some drinks. And then I did an old school video where I don't talk, and I rode my scooter along Mount Pleasant. And here's where a guy starts talking to me. The guy on the bike here.
Yeah, TekTrendy.
So I might make that a members video. I don't know. I might make that a members video just because it's not really what I do on my main channel, where I don't narrate, but we'll see. We'll see. It's good to have some extra videos. And next time it rains, do ASMR, says AliBHG. Maybe. Tech Needs Tea says, hey everyone, did y'all miss me? Where that HE double hockey sticks have you been, Tech Needs Tea? Where have you been? Yeah, so I had a pretty good day. 3 videos, 2 stumbles, 1 strides. Yesterday I did Roncesvalles. It was kind of a gloomy day, and I hadn't been through Roncesvalles in a while. And then I recorded a members video after that. That will be a King Street Parkdale walk. So I started in the here, I can show you what that's like, because I got there at the end of tomorrow's video.
Let me know your thoughts and comments.
So this is where I started, but the intersection of Queen and Queensway and Roncy, there's 4 different streets on this intersection, because every street is a different name, was all completely closed down. I had not seen it like this. So I'm probably going to go back and do a Parkdale Queen Street walk, just because it's kind of cool to document the city when it's in a very different form. Walking Man Dude is here. Where the HE hockey stick have I been? Yes, Walking Man Dude, where the hell have you been? Where's your videos at? You got lazy or what? Oh, my gimbal succumbed. Sorry, I don't have a webcam. I just use a smartphone on a gimbal. Ghetto webcams are us, because it kind of works. But yeah, there's a cool look at Parkdale you don't normally get to see. So what I did on the members video is I just went down King Street west from here to Dufferin, and then I went to a Burger King. I was going to go further than that, but I got hungry. And then I went out to a patio. The Walking Man Dude says that was me hacking Johnny Stumbles. Oh my... No, what happened was this stupid gimbal, if it feels any tug, it just shuts itself off, and I have my my smartphone on a cord. Did you have the Angry Whopper? No, I ate from the value meal. It was just a meal to get me by until dinner, which I was on my way to. Alex says, so Parkdale tomorrow and e-scooter Tuesday. I don't know. I did 2 e-scooter videos today, Alex, so probably going to hang the e-scooter up for a week. I'm not going to use those too much. And I think I need to fix something on it. My back tire is rubbing into the brake. I think I hit a bump too hard, so I'll get that fixed. And I have to fix my my bike still, but I'll do a bike or scooter stream this week. I just need to find a day when it's not raining. What's the forecast? It was supposed to rain all weekend and it didn't. What are we looking at? Although forecasts in Toronto have been absolutely useless lately. Okay, so chance of a shower. So maybe tomorrow we'll do a two-wheel stream. Probably not a scooter stream. Probably a bike stream. And that'll be that. But I have a whole lot of editing and stuff to do in the morning. Risk of a thunderstorm Tuesday. This is a 7-day forecast. This says 7 days weather. Didn't I click that? It says 7 days, and yet it only showed me 36 hours. What the bleep? Weather Network. Thunderstorms and showers all through the week. Sweet. Do you have any plans on going to the Weston neighborhood? I've been out that way a few times, but I'm sure I'll be back. Justin Haas's TekTrendy or 9-bot Segway scooter max. Totally different scooters. If you want something that's really heavy but lasts forever, get the 9-bot. If you want something light with less range, I would get the TekTrendy. I mean, if you're a delivery guy, you get the 9-bot every single day of the week. And I think that's what Action Kid uses. He uses that and the GoTrax Ultra, which are both like super long range scooters. Lisa says it's not going to rain. They keep telling us it's going to rain. For the last 2 weeks, they're like, it's going to rain, it's going to rain. That doesn't rain. Last night, I didn't book any reservations at a patio because it was supposed to rain. And then 6 p.m. came around, so I just waltzed on to La Vecchia, which is an excellent Italian restaurant near Yonge and Eglinton, and just sat right down on the patio. And by 7 p.m., there was a huge lineup of people trying to get into the restaurant. I think a lot of people just didn't make plans to go out because of the forecast that was wrong. Check the radar, dude. That's more accurate than the I don't know how to read no radar. I barely know how to read English. Tech Needs Tea says it's been raining almost every day. Let's see here. Bevy says that's weird. You have to make a reservation. If you want to go to a good place, a lot of them take reservations. Who wants to go line up to sit in a patio? This is a really big city with a lot of people that want to go out. So it's kind of you're rolling the dice if you don't reserve. And if you do reserve and then you don't show up or you don't cancel way in advance, you're a dickhead. Just saying that. Techniques T says accidental click. Ooh. Can you unclick that one? And I think everyone saw, not everyone saw, but a lot of people saw what happened to my camera. Kind of a clickbaity title, but there's not a whole lot new in Stumbles Land. Oh, I got a email from someone saying they're not going to watch my channel anymore because of this thumbnail. They wrote me like a 4-page email. I'm not going to share it. I just deleted it and rolled my eyes. I don't ever want to see it again. But they said that... I don't want to get into what they said. But, I mean, when a TV channel starts airing a show I don't like, or if it changes, I don't write them a friggin' 4-page letter telling them why I don't want to watch that show anymore. I just don't watch it. Right? So... That's good. You have you think I'm up to something. I'm not gonna paint it, but anyways, all I could do is just delete their email and laugh. And that's happened. That happened on this channel when I put the video of me getting. Oh, they just said that I was like sexualizing women and that. Blah blah blah. It's like, have you ever been to YouTube before and looked at thumbnails? I mean, so what? This is a... And it's also like maybe 4% of my overall thumbnails are like that. I think it's not even an issue. Like, just F off and don't bother me. That's my attitude to that. But when I did the video where I said, yeah, these people chose to go out in public like that too. They probably want to be seen. When I did the video where I got my vaccine, the AstraZeneca vaccine, a lot of people, I got at least 10 messages in the comments and a couple of emails from people saying that they're out of here. Like, sorry, unsubscribing. You're just a sheep. I liked what you did, but I can't support this. Like, dude, just because I got a vaccine? Like, again, unsubscribe and go away, but you don't need to air your grievances with you. Also, I'd like to think that we live in a world where we can disagree with people. I mean, I support and watch a lot of actors, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't agree with all of their personal views, right? But I still enjoy their work. I'm not comparing myself to an actor, but like, we're all kind of different. That's what makes people, right? Having discourse is a good thing, but telling me, I don't know. Anyways, you guys get the idea. So I don't care. Stuff like that, I don't care, because yeah, doesn't really bother me. But I just wanted to be transparent. The next time I get something like that, maybe I will share that email. I mean, I've got lots of emails. I got early on in the pandemic, I got emails from restaurant owners telling me, you know, I need to do more to talk about how they were getting screwed and stuff. Like, I get a lot of stuff. This isn't a political activism channel. Like, sorry, like, I agree. The tough times for you. I'm happy to talk about it within the context of what I do, but I'm not going to make that my mission, just because a lot of people come to this channel just to kind of chill and get the vibe of the city. So I want to kind of try to stay within my own boundaries or my own lanes that I drew and can change and bend. But anyways, that's that. That's that. I do what I want to do. It's my channel, and I take absolutely no offense if you don't like it and you want to not watch it. I don't watch stuff I don't want to watch either, right? We're all adults. That's kind of how the world works. So there's my little rant on that. Tara says, I guess you need thick skin. Yeah, if you're going to have any type of following online, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or whatever, I think you have to have thick skin. If you don't, you're not going to last. You could be the nicest, sweetest person in the world, and people are going to attack you. And that's just the way it is. So, yeah, I think I have pretty thick skin. I'm also kind of a dick, and if people... I don't know, I kind of take a guilty pleasure in pissing people off that just don't have anything better to do, but hey. Exactly, Vivian, exactly. I mean, nobody, if we all agreed with what everyone else said, we would all truly be sheep, wouldn't we? Wouldn't we? Teratopia says, yeah, probably, Tara. I have no experience with that, but I wouldn't disagree with that. Kohanna says, you recently got hate comments under a video. Yeah, it's impossible to exist in this world and not get hate comments. And, of course, when I'm doing cycling videos, I'm getting, people are calling me a hypocrite. Dude, you call people out for riding their bike on the sidewalk, but you rolled through a stop sign. Like, okay. We all have our own idea as to what is reasonable, right? Bevy says she's the sweetest girl ever, and you get attacked. Yeah, I've seen that, unfortunately. I mean, that I just have that in the rules of this channel. Like, let's not attack other people. Like, keep it within reason. Mark says, Johnny, did you watch Ken's video yesterday? Yeah, someone slapped or knocked the camera off his gimbal. That was not cool, but unfortunately that is something that we have to contend with and anticipate. I just now kind of anticipate that everyone is going to give me trouble. I do. I think one thing I do much better when I'm doing my live streams is keeping the camera away from people and pointing it in another direction and just looking completely like I'm doing something else when I sense there might be someone who's not cool. But what happened to Ken was totally unavoidable. The guy was on a bike. He basically like circled back around him. Like there was nothing Ken could do. The guy was gonna come be an idiot, and that's an unfortunate reality. But yeah, I saw that, and that sucks. Now Ken's phone is scratched because some moron couldn't accept that he was doing nothing wrong. Zach McNally, $3.99. Thank you, Zach McNally. And you know what? I'm going to go turn my fan on. Just give me 1 sec. And my picture looks like shit on my big TV. Let me see. It says excellent connection. Why does it look so bad? Now I have one of those stupid ads that I can't skip. Okay, now it looks better. Now it looks better. Yeah, one thing I think now that we're sort of out of the woods and things are opening up, and once we open up to tourists again, once the streets of Toronto are more full, I think people will be less emboldened to act out. I think crowds are generally a good deterrent for that. So hopefully, whatever kind of, it seems, I don't know, I don't have any stats to back it up, but it does seem like there's an uptick of people being inappropriate in public and lashing out for things that don't make any sense to do that. The other day there was a guy who got stabbed just for walking down Yonge Street. He was literally walking on Yonge Street, and someone ran up to him and stabbed him and ran away, and his whole story is on Reddit. And I think stuff like that is hopefully going to happen less and less the more people are out. Ryan Rides says, good evening, Mr. Johnny Stumbles. Hello, everyone. The gods of Bezos brought a new gimbal. What gimbal did you get, Ryan? I saw that your gimbal malfunctioned, and I might need your help, Ryan, because I sent you an Instagram. And you replied, likely the wheel isn't quite straight and it's making the disc rub. Okay, I'll see if I can troubleshoot that. But definitely the wheel doesn't spin freely. If I lift the scooter off the ground and try to spin the wheel, I can hear it. I can hear some friction. So I think something's a little wonky. I'll see if I can use your idea to fix that. Okay, oh, this is Johnny Strides. We got enough stuff here to I didn't have any new content here last week, really. Just a video of my camera. I wanted to play something in the background, but I didn't have anything. All right, this video's doing really well lately, so I can't like it.
You can use it on your computer.
And that says COVID has made everyone nuts. Yeah. Hard to disagree with that. I just offended a bunch of people. I'm not nuts. And this was me walking to get my new camera. I was going to do a night walk on Yonge Street, but I decided to do this walk instead, and it turned out that this video is killing, so I'm quite happy about that. And as for vacation plans, I think I've locked in Montreal for July. And then we're looking very much like New York City towards the end of August. And I'm looking at, I'm not going to say specifics, but hotel is booked in Montreal, and hotel almost booked in New York City. I'm looking at a few, including like the Intercontinental. Remember watching Regis and Kathy Lee, and they're like, guests here are staying at the Intercontinental. Turns out it's a very reasonably priced hotel in a great location. So Lisa, if you do for New York, I'm probably going to do the touristy thing and stay between Times Square and Central Park. And normally I kind of like staying in kind of budget-minded boutique hotels. I don't normally stay in big chains, especially when I go overseas to like Southeast Asia and stuff, or Japan or anywhere else. I kind of like finding that kind of hotel. But Manhattan is a different beast, and a lot of those hotels didn't seem to come highly regarded, or they were like $500 a night. I'm not paying $500 a night. And also, I'm using Aeroplan miles, so they have to be available on Aeroplan. And that's why my New York hotel is going to be a little nice, because it's not coming out of my bank account. You going to Staten Island? I don't know. I'm gonna go. I'm primarily going as a trip, not a filming mission. I hope I could meet Action Kid or some of the other walktubers in New York City and do a video with them. But I might just do one video a day. I'm not gonna do like just crank out videos. I might not even live stream. I've been to New York once in my life, and that was in my early 20s. So I kind of just want to go experience it for myself and do that thing. Are you flying Porter? Not sure yet, Ian. It's a little more expensive to fly Porter, and the options through YYZ are all going to Newark anyways. And the advantage of if you do it through Pearson is you do the customs and the clearance, or you clear customs before you fly, and then you land as a domestic flight. And if you're ever flying to the States, that is gold, landing as a domestic flight in another country. So that is my one hang-up on Porter. Well, Porter's a little more expensive, and I like the idea of doing customs here. Ryan Wright stayed in Brooklyn. There's a newer Hilton. It was awesome. I'm looking at the Midtown Hilton right now. It seems like Midtown is where I'm going to be. But we'll see. TechNeeds T says, I thought AC flew to JFK. Yeah, I thought so too, but when I checked on Expedia, they're all flying into to Newark. Hanging out with a C, and yeah, I don't know, and I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of videos there. I just kind of want to, but the good news is I can always just turn around and go back later on in the year and stay somewhere, or just do it again. It's not like New York is this far place. LGA is the worst airport you've ever been to. I thought JFK was awful. And I've only ever transited through JFK, and that place stunk. When are you going? New York, end of August. Montreal, middle of July. Hopefully when they don't ship my new e-bike. I emailed the the company I bought the e-bike for, because it says ships in July. And I was like, can you not ship this during these 4 days when I'm away? And I'm waiting for them to get back. TechNeeds T says it depends on the terminal for JFK. Terminal 5 is okay. Well, just the transfer process is awful, especially if it's international. But we'll see. Aaron says, what you drinking tonight? This is drink number 3. I had 2 at Louis Cypher on Danforth. Now we're having a detour. Rose says a couple of your friends in Vancouver absolutely hate Pearson because how large it is. I think Pearson is pretty good. The Terminal 1 is a little janky because you just do so much walking. I think it's because they had to build around a terminal that was being demolished and then build the new terminal in its spot. It's not very efficient, but it's perfectly functional. I have nothing... And Terminal 3 is old, but it's fine. I would say Pearson is incredibly serviceable, if not generic, and not something that you're going to find memorable. When are you coming east to meet Landry and I? I don't know, Bevy. I have a lot of pent-up travel in me. I think flying over the ocean is probably going to come before I fly out east. No offense. Microlith says Pearson is great compared to Pearson is great compared to North American airports. Once you start going overseas, it's an average airport, which is still pretty good. It's certainly not bad. I think we take it for granted in Toronto. People rag on our transit system, yet it's so much better than almost every other city in North America. Like, our buses are amazing. They're so frequent. Yeah, it kind of discriminates against certain postal codes that don't have the service levels that the rest of the city gets. There's definitely improvement to be had, but we have a pretty good transit system, all things considered. And Pearson is pretty good too. No complaints. So I think when people from Toronto bitch about things, I think those two things aren't really worth bitching about. I'll definitely complain when the TTC F's things up, but when it's running fine, I have no complaints. Susan says, except TO needs a monorail. Tech Needs T likes Trudeau Airport a lot. You didn't know how to fill out a declarations form? A lot of times they don't even look at that. It's so hit or miss. But you did a video 2 years ago that was behind the scenes of Pearson. That seems neat. I did a walk through Pearson that I think did pretty good views wise. Didn't I? What happens if I just Google Johnny Pearson? Will my video come up? No. A little full of myself thinking that. Oh, there we go. 30,000 views. And that was a video I did back in February 9th, 2020. This must have been one of my most popular videos ever back then to do this well. And I think I did one of, did I do one of Bangkok? This one got 30,000 views too. Wow, people really like airport videos. Holy crap. Sometimes I post a video and I just forget that it existed and I don't follow up or pay attention to it. But wow. And that is pronounced Suwannee-boom, if you're wondering. Not Suvarnabhumi. It's Suwannee-boom. Or they say Suvarnabhumi. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to say that. What do you know? I gotta make a channel all about airports. I'm going to do hotel reviews. Emma says she loves BKK, but DMK is like one of the most atrocious experiences you could ever imagine. And it's not even connected to anything. You gotta line up and take a taxi that as soon as you leave DMK, you're just sitting in traffic on the highway, not going anywhere. It's an infuriating airport. But BKK is pretty awesome, so I definitely agree with you on that. Sorry, I'm just reading your messages. Michael says they have a monorail in Las Vegas. You have multiple monorails in Las Vegas, and all they do is connect a few hotels, and then you have to get off and transfer to another one. I'm not a fan of Las Vegas. I don't like walking the strip. You can't even walk down the strip. You have to like get off and go on and like get off the sidewalk and go up an escalator and walk through a mall and then go down an escalator just to walk down the frickin' sidewalk. Oh, you want to cross the street? Here's a 10-minute light you have to wait at because it's a 15-lane superhighway running down the strip. Oh, you want to go to... I'll stop ranting about Las Vegas. It's pretty awesome. But I'm not a fan of just going for a stroll down the strip. It's kind of annoying. Supposedly the worst airport in the world is Lisbon. Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that. Do you watch any travel YouTubers? Who's the guy I started watching today? That's a good question, because I was researching stuff. I think it's Kurt Kaz. This guy! I just started watching him today, and he's South African. And I kind of like his stuff. I think I'm going to keep watching more. And he gets in... Like, he just literally walks through some places that you don't think would be smart to walk through, holding a camera, and... I don't know. Like I was watching his videos from Colombia. He was in like Avoid the Naughty Street, and yeah, this is basically a street run by cartels. But like that was a really good video. I watch this guy, Simon Wilson. He finally did a new video. This just came up 2 days ago, but I like his stuff. He could use a little more stabilization on his camera, but I like him. And now I'm gonna watch Kurt Kaz a whole lot. Indigo Traveler is similar. Yeah, there's a lot of these guys. Not as many girls doing this. I don't know why, but I would definitely watch some of them too. But those are, I mean, Simon Wilson I always watch, and I always watch every video. Mikey Chen, yes, Susan, that's come up before. I just didn't get into it. Indigo Traveler is a good channel. Ooh, 2 L's. This guy's almost got 100,000 subs. Arriving in Libya. 24 hours as a tourist in Libya. Not easy. Inside Chernobyl's empty hospital. This guy gets really good views. I just don't have the patience to edit these videos like that. I'll just stick to my long form walking around videos. Luke Corns is good. Bald and Bankrupt is in a lot of the videos that Simon Wilson does, Ryan Rides. They travel together to Mexico, and they're in Ethiopia together. So, yeah, I've seen him via Simon Wilson. Are you excited for the Eglinton LRT? Nope, I'll believe it when I see it. I should check out Bald and Bankrupt if you like Kurt, says Calix. Yeah, I think I saw a few of his videos, but again, I saw him through Simon's channel. One Games. I don't know about games, guys. I don't know. We might do 1 or 2 later, but I know Ro is going, no. But I've got a lot of editing and stuff on my plate, so I've got to have my computer start rendering stuff overnight. And what happened was last week, I had a problem with YouTube, and other YouTubers were having the same problem. I know Ken and Action Kid did a little bit, where our videos weren't rendering. So that's why on one day my video was late, and then the next day my video was late. Because after like 3 days, it was just sitting there, like processing in 4K. So I think I talked about this on one of my live streams, but that was really annoying. So now I'm trying to be like 1-2 full days in advance, and I'm going to have to do that anyways when I travel, because I'm not going to want to edit and start uploading in hotel rooms. I don't know how Action Kid is doing that, but he's in Fort Wayne right now. Interesting choice on that one, but to me, Fort Wayne would be like going to Windsor, right? It's kind of an interesting thing, or interesting city. Probably not. Probably doesn't have a regular person living there and recording videos almost every day. Susan says treadmill streams doubles. I gotta give Action Kid bonus points for thinking of that. Doing the treadmill in a collared shirt, no less. In a collared shirt. Teratopius says Action Kid's new Instagram posts are cool. Yeah, he's doing the traveling thing, right? So he gets to indulge in new stuff. To me, Instagram's an afterthought. I don't put any effort into that. I put an Instagram picture up today of my scooter in a park. Susan called Action Kid out on that. It was his classic Sears sucker collared shirt. Yeah, he went to Miami already this year in Florida. How much is the ticket for riding an e-scooter? To my knowledge, nobody has ever gotten a ticket for riding an e-scooter. But one of them is $900. But yeah, I've talked to police. I have friends who are police. They got other things to worry about than an e-scooter ban. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. And if they did, they would have to crack down on all of them. It can't just be this arbitrary random thing where they just start plucking the odd person off the street and giving them a $900 ticket. They would have to do it to everybody consistently. Otherwise, those tickets wouldn't stand up. So I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I hope the law changes before there's any type of campaign against them. Lisa loves Insta, the only social media you do beyond this and Reddit. Yeah, I just don't have the time. To me, it's so exhausting to do these things. I'm just happy with YouTube. That's fine. Techniques T says 900. Yeah, in London, England, they actually did a blitz where they were confiscating e-scooters from everyone. Rose says he feels like one cop is tempted to go crazy with e-scooters. Yeah, but that cop is going to have a microscope held up to them if they did that, or a magnifying glass. So again, wear your helmet, follow the rules, don't stand out, and I think you'll be fine. Rolling with Ian, yeah, but I mean, they've been saying that about Bitcoin forever, so it'll rebound. The mining will just shift somewhere else. And I don't really want to buy used CPUs and GPUs that were used for mining anyways. They've basically been spending their life in a torture chamber. Do a live on your e-scooter near the CN Tower. Yeah. Since my back wheel is a little janky, until I fix that, I'm probably... And my back wheel on my bicycle is screwed up too. Maybe it'll just be walking videos for a while. Do you have a driver's license? Yes, I do, Emma. Yes, I do. Where's your... I don't know, Justin. It was the CN Tower's birthday yesterday. Isn't it 45 years old now? I think it was 1977 or 76. Fans Buses Gaming says my PC is better than your new laptop. Well, yeah. Most desktops will crush a laptop. And that's just not even a question. It's... Or even rides in the boring suburbs. Hey, the suburbs aren't all boring. Some of them are. Can you read chats on your scooter? Whippy dude, I have a rule that while I'm moving, I don't. I can see the super chats because it's like this giant blob of color showing up on the screen, but I don't. While I'm moving, I don't look at the screen. And technically, it's illegal to touch and use your device while you're moving or while you're engaged on the road. I think if a car is in drive, it's illegal to touch your phone and to use it. And the same would apply to anyone else on the road. So so when you see the Uber guys playing with their phone, driving down the street in their bike, you should not be doing that. They are technically distracted driving. Rose says, spec for spec, a desktop has the advantage of better cooling. Also, a desktop has the advantage of significantly more watts. So whereas you might have like a 45 watt CPU on a laptop, that same CPU could be 90 watts on a desktop with the same specs. So the desktop doesn't just have the cooling advantage, but it's got a significant power advantage too. So it's not just the throttling, it's also the power. Typically a decent desktop should annihilate anything but a gaming laptop. You may film some fireworks you did last year. You watched a video where super chats came through as text to voice. Yeah, I dabbled with that, Rolling with Ian. I didn't really like it. I did it in private streams. Queues on Youngdown Des. Yeah, look at that Winners across the street. That is nutsy. Look at that. Giuseppe. That thumbnail was chosen completely at random. If you're curious about that, I did do a live stream where I edited a video and I showed how, and I talked about why I choose thumbnails. I was pretty transparent about it. But if you look at other channels in Toronto, look at this one. To the person that was offended by my thumbnail choices, I was like, really? Look at this guy's thumbnail choices. Maybe this isn't a good example. Like, we are just... Like, yeah, like, he also figured out, like, I don't go to the well as often as this channel does. But that's just the thing. Like, welcome to YouTube. Don't get offended by thumbnails. You're in the wrong place if you're going to. G Corb is here. I'm coming to Montreal, G Corb, in the middle of July. You got a new fan? No, it's an old fan. But I turned off my air conditioning because my air conditioning is super loud. Thumbnail moment. And I think that my microphone picked it up, and it was... Because when I listened to it, I could hear the hum. So I turned it off. Terrence says, don't mind the thumbs. Thank you. I'm glad you don't mind. Yeah, and I don't really clickbait too much. Like, my titles are pretty straightforward. Rolling with Ian tried to use a uniform thumbnail. Yeah, I wouldn't advise against... one person... I don't want to critique other people, because she's got a great channel. I play a lot of her videos. But I think this kind of... Like, if you're just going to do the same thumbnail over and over again, I think it doesn't really stand out. That's why I kind of took a lot of the text off of my thumbnail. I used to do, like, decorated thumbnails and fill them up with text. But then I just kind of simplified them and made it all about the picture. But this channel is criminally underrated. Go watch this channel. It's great. And she does a good job narrating. Ryan Rides might go out later. Ooh. Well, if my... Rose is kind of hard to read that text. Yeah, you need to use like a bold text. And if you're using a flat text, it has to have a really good contrast. If it doesn't, crank the border up on the text just to make it readable. I know it doesn't look as sexy if you have a border on your text, but you want it to be readable at a glance while it's on a smartphone, right? Look at your text when it's on a phone on your thumbnail. You want to be able to read that by glancing, or read it by glancing at it. If not, I think it's hard. That's something I learned the hard way after a while. You're like 200 photos behind editing wise. Rain would be welcome at this point. Check the radar. You'll find out if it's going to rain. Montreal is always full of construction. Yeah, welcome to big city life. Bike paths are ideal for e-scooters. Unfortunately, we don't have bike paths in Toronto. We have multi-use trails. Ro, that's what I try to do. I try to keep my thumbnails about the picture. After this pandemic, it's YOLO. Life isn't worth stressing even over thumbs and comments. I have never stressed over thumbs and comments, Susan. I'm hard-headed enough that I cherry pick the feedback. Isn't it like when I like the feedback or when I think it can improve what I do, I take it. I take it to heart and I incorporate it into what I do. When I don't agree with it, I just roll my eyes and move on. And sometimes they'll say thanks, but that's all you can do. Welcome to life. Bevy says you had a YouTuber tell you not to use yellow. Who cares? There's no such thing as copying other people in that sense. Yellow's a color. I don't own yellow. I started using yellow because I noticed I wanted something consistent across my thumbnails. So yellow, I just wanted to be associated with that. And I want something that was readable, and yellow kind of stands out against a lot of the colors in the pictures that I take. And when it doesn't stand out, I just crank the border up on it and make it dark. Microlith says, to be honest, there hasn't been any male clickbait. Yes, there has. It's just been accompanied by female clickbait. Johnny, Toronto. Look at this super fashionable couple right here. I would argue that the male was more clickbait than the female in that one. Look at that guy. That guy is styling. That's male clickbait. That's probably the biggest I've ever had people in a thumbnail. I'm sure at some point I've had male clickbait. There's this guy on the bike. Does that count? Does that count? I don't know. But when you said that, I instantly thought of the super fashionable guy. This couple, look at them. Don't they look like they just went to Yorkville and spent $10,000 on their outfit and now they're strutting around showing it off? That's instantly what I thought when I saw them. Like, how do you not put that on your thumbnail? Vans Buses Gaming started to edit on Power Director. I use Power Director, but a better free option is DaVinci Resolve if you wanna learn a lot of the basics from the ground up. Microlith says it's hard to find though. Hey, I go with what works. Jenny K, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. BCD Yorkville is not that hip. They could have got stuff like that from Yorkville. Look at this. They were filming some kind of like low budget Asian superhero movie. I thought this was awesome. I want to see what this final production is. This reminded me so much of the Japanese superhero movies. That was a really neat moment to stumble across. Dragon Ball Z. Oh, there we go. People answering. Like a fan Dragon Ball Z movie? Maybe that's why the costumes were so good? The Netflix adaptation. Should take the train to Montreal. I think I'm gonna rent a car, and Vivian gave me a good tip on a place I can research or check out on the way. It's been a while since I've driven anywhere, so I think I'll get a car for that. But obviously in New York there'll be no car. We don't speak of the Dragon Ball live action. What websites do you use to book flights and hotels? All of them. That's the best answer. All of them. For hotels, I use Booking.com, and I use Agoda and Expedia. And basically, I always look for who offers free cancellation and the lowest price. And then they all have different dates for the free cancellation. But you'll find one site will have a better rate than another site. Agoda tends not to include taxes and charges. Booking.com does, even though they're owned by the same company. I use all three. For flights, I almost always just book directly through the airline. I'll find the flight on Expedia, then I'll go to the airline's website and buy it through them. Sometimes it's a little more expensive. It's like $100 more for like an international flight. But the reason for that is if shit hits the fan and you have a ticket that you bought through the airline and you're in the airport, it's so much easier to fix your issues. That airline is there. They're talking to you. You're not on the phone with Expedia talking to some guy in India from an airport. Because that happened to me once when I was in Shanghai. And one of our flights got canceled. They're like, call your booking agent. I'm like, wow, this is nice. Thank you, airline. You're being very good. They're like, we didn't sell you the ticket. So I just like going directly to the airline. And then you tend to get stuff. Like my free upgrade trick always works. I go there really early for check-in and I ask for exit row. And they almost always give it to me on the spot. I'm just like, I get up a lot. I have to go to the bathroom like every 30 minutes when I'm on flight. Could I get exit row? Which is true. That's because I drink a lot. And boom! Now I've got unlimited legroom in economy class. And that doesn't happen when you book through a third-party agent nearly as much, at least in my experience. Cathay Pacific always upgrades me as well. So I think buying directly from the airline is the way to go. But I just use Expedia to search the prices. And for hotels, Agoda, Booking, Expedia, and then I often use Aeroplan to cash in my points. Don't use your Aeroplan on flights. Use it on hotels. You get a way better value if you do that. So just as a fairly experienced international traveler, North America not so much, those are my tips. Is the Ontario Lottery office open at the Atrium on Bay? I don't know. Oh, this is another video I did. Kayak? Yeah, I don't... At some point it gets redundant. Then you could use... Oh, what's that one? There's a lot of aggregators as well, but Booking.com doesn't participate with a lot of aggregators lately. So they get it. Like Trivago. I think Booking.com doesn't use Trivago. So a few times I have booked the mystery room, where you get a room in the city and they give you the neighborhood, but they don't tell you the hotel. They tell you the star rating, and it's so cheap, and then it's just a crapshoot. Firestar Eye says Skyscanner. If you're flying in Asia, Skyscanner is indispensable. You will find flights for $80 that Expedia has for $400. I'm not kidding. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. For Asia, Skyscanner is second to none, especially when it comes to airlines like Vietjet. I once flew from... where did I fly out of? I flew out of Hanoi to Bangkok for like $70 because I found it on Skyscanner. You can't get that on the Western or the other, like Orbitz, Expedia. They're all out to lunch. So yeah, Skyscanner is huge. The mystery room on Priceline is a waste. Yeah, I did that once. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It had a view. The worst is when they say city view or garden view. Here's a hint. Garden view is not a view of anything. And city view could very well be a view of another building directly across the alleyway that your room is facing. So both of those don't mean shit. Don't take that view as a guarantee that you're getting anything when you see that. What's really weird is in Manila, a lot of the hotels don't even have windows. You're like staying in a dungeon, and that's just like accepted. So I refused to stay in those places, but I kept finding them when I was booking. You have a free place to stay if you go to Cambodia, but you don't know enough about the country to want to go. Where is the place, Rolling with Ian? If it's not in Siem Reap or Phnom Penh or what's that place called down south where I went? Where all the beaches are. Oh. Well, there's basically three places in Cambodia that you would want to stay at. Estelle, is this Geelong's vlogs? Because YouTube didn't work out. Oh, sorry to hear that, but... Oh, Sihanoukville. Thank you, Emma. Sihanoukville, or Snooki. I think there's like 4 different beaches, and they range from amazing to horse shite. And it depends where you stay there. But the good news is they're all like a close tuk-tuk away. Phnom Penh is beautiful. Phnom Penh was one of the last places I went before we weren't able to travel for a while. I've been there twice. I like it. I like Phnom Penh. Vans Buses Gaming says lots of talk tonight. Koh Kong Island is an underrated gem. Alex, yeah, I wish I was doing the narrated videos. I kind of a lot to talk about. And honestly, in Cambodia, I was doing so much day drinking. I did not have... It was like $1.50 for a pint of beer, and I just couldn't help it. I'd sit by like the Mekong River and just eat my brains out and drink. And I would explore by foot, but I didn't think to have my camera with me. So I came out of that trip with like 2 videos, and I was there for quite a while. Same goes with Thailand, but I met some friends in Thailand, so I wasn't trying to go there to film. Johnny, do food reviews. I don't know. I'm gonna do some hotel reviews. I'm gonna do a review of my hotel in Montreal, or at the very least, I'll do a video where I walk around it. I don't know if it'll be on this channel or the Strides channel. Where do you think a hotel video should go? I think if it's a hotel walk around, like one continuous video, it should be on Strides. If it's kind of just a low effort review, it should be on Stumbles. At least that's my opinion, but we'll see. We'll see. Everyone's saying Stumbles. I would say Stumbles. This is the problem. Bevy has two channels now. Action Kid has 2 channels. When you have 2, sometimes I have content that falls right between the 2, and it's like, which one does it go to? It's like a shitty Strides video or a really good Stumbles video. That's probably how my silent e-scooter ride will be. Rolling with the Insta Stumbles. Okay, maybe we'll keep... What do you guys think of changing the name of Stumbles? Is that a bad idea? I was thinking something generic. What about Johnny 2.0? Is that a dumb name? Is that a stupid name? I don't know. Stumbles 2.0. Johnny Second? Johnny Rants? Johnny Extra? Michael K likes Johnny 2.0. Kohana loves Stumbles. I don't know. I kind of like Stumbles. Yeah. Teratopia says that is dumb. You like how both my channels have S words. Johnny Extra. Action Kid did Extra. I can't do Extra. This might be the one thing I did that inspired him to do something. Remember, he did everything else first, but I did the second channel first. Well, no, he did a second channel first. He did Black and Shadow, but you get the idea. Johnny Struts. Johnny 2. Johnny 2.0. I should have called it Johnny 1.5 or Johnny 2.0. Whatever. Stumbles is original and better. Stumbles is unique. Yeah, maybe we'll just keep it Johnny X. Why not do like the Prince logo? Like just some random squiggly lines. Johnny 2+. Harjot liked my e-scooter post on Instagram. Thank you. Johnny Everything Goes. Johnny Extra Channel. Stumbles attracts attention. Yeah, but it kind of makes me seem like a bumbling idiot. Oh, maybe we'll just keep it. Johnny Contemplates. But I don't know. I'm definitely not regretting having this channel. I'm thinking of taking the members only videos and keeping them on the main channel and not putting them on this channel. But part of the reason for that was to give some people that aren't subscribers to this channel incentive to come over here. Because, in 30 days you can see more content, but you got to go to the other channel to get it. I thought more people would jump over, but it's not really happening as much. So, I don't know. These things are fluid, right? We can always change it. Make a third channel. No! I'm not making a third channel. A third channel is not good. Too much. Okay, David. Johnny Stinger. Fans Buses Gaming says this channel should have 20k. Yeah, but this channel's doing way better than Strides. Strides took over a year just to get to 1,000 subscribers. Like, I grinded that thing from nothing into something. And then this channel is just riding the coattails of that channel. So okay, I think we'll keep the name. A third channel sounds like more work. Yeah, I'm not about doing more work. But one thing I am thinking of doing is a refresh. I'm thinking maybe this artwork. I've had this artwork now for a year. I designed this myself. So I suck at art, but I designed this all by myself, and I'm thinking I'm gonna change it, but I don't know what I should change it to. Maybe I'll just pay someone. I'll just go on Fiverr and I'll pay someone and I'll see what they come up with. I'm gonna keep the font and maybe keep the guy. This is a non-copyrighted generic image, by the way, so it's free to be stolen and used. So that's what I did. But I'm thinking this part will stay, but everything, the background image might change. I don't know. But yeah, I could pay someone $20 to do me a new one, because I'm getting kind of bored of this one. Anywho, Strides channel started in 2015. No, the Strides channel started in like 2019. It says 2015 because that's when I opened up this Google account. This is a second Google account, not my main one. But when I made the channel, I made it on this account. So it says the channel is old, but it's not that old. The font is far. Yeah, I like the font. It kind of reminds me of like a 8-bit video game a bit. Brand Crowd is where you made your logo. I don't even know what Brand Crowd is. Is this free? Let's make a logo. Oh, I wish... The only problem with this is I want to use my font. That's neat. I wish... Is there a way for me to... You can edit this, but can you update the font? Do they have my font? They do not have my font. Of course they don't have my font. That's a deal breaker, Ryan. They gotta have my font. I'm not willing to part with my beloved font. That's the only branding I have holding this poorly designed ship together. Yeah, I'll probably what I'll do is I'll find someone on Fiverr and I'll email them the font that I want to use, and then I'll see what they come up with, because I also need a logo for merch too. I'm thinking of just getting like a JS and like putting that in the corner of like of silhouette images of various scenes in the city. Maybe not the cliche ones, maybe not the Flatiron Building or the CN Tower stuff like, but different stuff that I think is cool. But I don't want to put Johnny Strides across a t-shirt. I don't think anyone would buy that. Maybe on a coffee mug, but not in a t-shirt. So we'll see. We'll see. You need a font with merch. You don't have much mods lately. The mods I have are, I mean, Bevy and Tech and Action, Gloria, Chetna. They do an amazing job. If I could pay them, I would. If you put stumbles on a hoodie, I'd buy it. Maybe, yeah, I'll have some stumbles. Maybe just the word stumbles will be good for merch. Use the little guy too for merch. The little running guy. Maybe I could put a walking man dude. Although the thing is, that image for walking man dude was taken from Walmart. I don't want to get. I don't think that's a company you want to get a. Maybe they'll have a sense of humor about it, or maybe they won't care. I don't know. I'm lazy to get that ball rolling. And Bevy, I know you requested the islands. We've had crappy weather. It's been like forecasting rain all week, and it's overcast. I'm waiting for like the glorious blue skies to come, and then I'm gonna go to the islands. Don't worry. I promise you that we will do that. Take you for dinner, drinks when you come up. Hey, aren't you a mod for Ken too? Maybe I'll get together with Ken and we'll go 50-50 on that. Are we allowed to travel? I don't know, Raz. I'm not the one to know that stuff. Tomorrow is Hot Strides. Yeah, I don't have a video I planned for tomorrow. When is the step 2? Is step 2 on Tuesday? Is step 2 Tuesday? Because I don't want to get too far ahead, because when does step 2 start? Ontario is set to move to the next stage on June 30th. Today's the 27th. So I kind of want to start with all fresh content on that day. So I have a video for tomorrow done and uploaded. And I just have to, over the next 2 days, I just have to make one new video, pretty much. And then two. So I could take a day off. And then on the 30th, I want to do, maybe I'll do like an inside Eaton Center one. Yeah, Eaton Center or Yorkdale, I think would be the go-to for this day, because that's the big change, right? That you can go inside malls. That and amusement parks. From in terms of what's different from what I'm doing now. Rides says all I care about in this world is a haircut. I gave up on waiting. I did an underground haircut. Estelle would love to see the Eaton Center. Yeah, the Eaton Center, I always feel weird walking by the security guards with the camera, but they never say anything. And I kind of avoid them, right? I'll see them from a distance, because technically it's private property. You need their permission. But there's so many social media posts that use the Eaton Center that they don't really seem to mind. And maybe it's seen as like good advertising, right? As long as you're not showing it in a negative light, they're not going to have a problem with it. And if you go to the Eaton Center again, you can go through Saks again and show us what stuff costs. All like the $900 shoes. Oh, that person has ghosted you. Oh, sorry to hear. Yeah, rolling with Ian, I'm definitely going to go to Canada's Wonderland, but maybe I'll bring my camera, but I might be so busy just going on rides. I'm a little kid. I love rides, and it drove me nuts that they weren't open last year. But I'll be there this year. I agree with you, G Corp. That's the advantage of the Osmo Pocket. Like what happened to Ken yesterday probably wouldn't have happened if it was with the Osmo. Then again, he was live streaming, right? So what can you do? Of course, you're going to be holding your big honkin' gimbal. Yeah, Leviathan, Behemoth. Yeah, I love airtime. You cannot beat Behemoth. It's such an airtime machine. But front row of Leviathan, it's sick. I've never been on Yukon Striker. I want to go on Yukon Striker. And I want to ride the hell out of Vortex. That's like the most classic ride there. Screw the Mindbuster. They ruined the Mindbuster. But yeah, Wonderland is a gem. I'm definitely looking forward to going there. Just do not show the birds in flight at the Eaton Center. The copyright owner has been known to go after people. I've shown that numerous times. How about a background pic from broad view of the cityscape? Isn't that what I do on the Stumbles channel? The higher, the steeper, the better. I love Drop Zone. Drop Zone is the best, especially when the guy's a little prick and he's like 5, 4, 3, and then they drop you before they get down to 1. I live for that. Nothing will beat, in my mind, a good drop ride. Like that is the best. Never get drunk at Wonderland? No. You rode Yukon Striker 110 times? Yeah, I think Yukon Striker seems kind of like a one-trick pony, but I want to give it a try. If you're into drops, I think that would be the ride. Those DJI Pocket cams do live streams. Yeah, Estelle, but you don't want to do a live stream with the DJI Pocket. You can't read the chat, so you're going to have a second phone. And it only does 720p. And I don't think you can use it with Speedify. So it's like the action camera in that it's not a good streaming option. You like the Bat? Somebody likes the Bat. You know the Bat is a clone. That same ride exists all over the world. Like there's at least 80 different versions of it that are all exactly the same. It's a Vekoma boomerang, and I'm not a fan of that. And what I really hate about the Bat is it can only run one train, so the queue can't even be efficient and load people up. Normally you run 2 or ideally 3 trains, but the Bat, you gotta wait for them to finish. You gotta wait for the people to get off. Then the next train loads on. That's why it feels like you're standing in line forever. So I'll rant against the Bat. I hate that ride. I wish they would rip it out. You can go to Darien Lake, Six Flags Darien Lake, right across the lake. Funnily enough, has 2 rides that are exactly the same as Wonderland. They have a boomerang, which is the same as the Bat, and they have the Mind Eraser, which is the same as our flight deck. That's a Vekoma SLC, otherwise known as a hang and bang, and those are the worst rides known to man. They're so terrible. Like the 2 worst rides, they have exact copies of right across the lake in Buffalo or near Buffalo. The drop glide from Marineland. Yeah, that I've never been on that, but that looks like something I've always wanted to go on. Isn't Wonderland owned by Six Flags? Tech? No! Wonderland is owned by Cedar Fair. Wonderland is busier and makes more money than Cedar Point, the flagship of the Cedar Fair chain. Let's not confuse Cedar Fair with Six Flags. Bevy says, is that the old Top Gun? Yes, the top piece of crap. That replaced the old log flume ride, if I'm not mistaken. That replaced the old log flume ride. I'm really bitter about that. I think Busch Gardens or Disney should... Probably Busch Gardens to just buy Marineland. Let's send all the animals off to rescues or wherever they can be taken care of properly and just build a nice amusement park there. You got so much land. You have such a prime location. It's perfect for like a Busch Gardens or I would say ironically a SeaWorld, since SeaWorlds are no longer about the marine life, but I would definitely say Busch Gardens should buy Marineland and turn it into a decent amusement park. The potential is there. Paramount used to own Wonderland. Unfortunately, Paramount was the worst thing to ever happen to Wonderland. All they did was build low-cost clone rides and name them after movies. We got so much junk from the Paramount era. It's almost depressing. That's why we have crap like Tomb Raider, or whatever they call it now, and the backlot stunt coaster. Ugh, the Paramount era was terrible, and Paramount food wasn't that good. Everything about the Paramount era was bad. Well, the branding was good for kids. Like the kiddie areas were good because they had really strong brands, better than Cedar Fair. Cedar Fair is like Snoopy, but or is it Peanuts? I don't know. Yeah, because I think that's it. You remember Crystal Beach? I remember Crystal Beach. Crystal Beach had one of the classic original roller coasters of its time. They had one of the Cyclones, the original Cyclones. But then it became whatever it became, the Comet. Then the Comet was unfortunately torn down, but it was dismantled and it was relocated. And then Martin's Fantasy Island in Buffalo rebuilt a similar roller coaster to the Comet. There we go. There's some geeky roller coaster action for you. Maroof gave her pet duck to a family-owned farm. Oh, that's very nice. I'm sure that duck is, no offense to you, but happier now. I think if you're going to take an animal in as a pet, it needs to have a fabulous habitat, right? Like, I think when you go to a zoo and you look at the lions, you should be, like, on a bridge looking down at a giant field where lions can run around and go top speed and be taken care of, not in this tiny little pen. Just things that anger me. And definitely a big marine life does not belong in the zoo. There's a weird rant for you. You wonder if Eaton Center still has their giant Christmas tree. Probably. You have to wear a helmet on the bumper cars. Really? I've never worn a helmet on bumper cars. They got rid of the standing roller coaster. That roller coaster, the Skyrider, was relocated and it's now in a park in Italy. And it is white. Skyrider relocated. It's now called Freestyle. Freestyle is a stand-up roller coaster located in Cavino Matteo. Freestyle Italy roller coaster. So if you're wondering what happened to our beloved Skyrider, I'm looking for pictures of it. I thought it was painted white. Oh, now it's like this yellow. But there it is. There is our Skyrider. The one in, they had another one, I think, in Kings Island in their Cincinnati park, because they're all owned by Paramount, and Paramount just built the same rides in every park because they have no imagination. That one was taken out due to its service life coming to an end. But the one at Wonderland was shipped up and sold. So you can go ride the Skyrider if you go to Italy. There you go. There's people riding our Skyrider. I swear it was white when they moved it. And Yukon Striker, the new one that replaced it, has the same color scheme as the Skyrider used to. That was kind of a tip of the cap to the Skyrider. Carl Roth says, take mom on the rides. Estelle says the Australian Zoo is awesome. Alright, Bevy, thanks for modding. Have a good night. Enjoy working. You missed the CNE. Yeah, the CNE has a very special vibe to it. And even though they changed ride providers, it used to be Conklin, now it's someone else, I still think it's pretty good. It's a rip-off, but you're only going there once a year. Like, just go there and indulge, and don't complain about how expensive it is, and I think you'll have a good time. All right, G Corb, have a good night. You love Johnny Rants. He critiques the geniuses making death traps. Sorry, I'm just reading your stuff. When someone first moved to Canada, you took them to the CNE. That's a good call. Like, it's a one-of-a-kind experience. It's kind of like, you know, the first time you go to a new place, you probably should go see the touristy stuff, right? At least a lot of it, because that's why people go there. Let's not be snobs and pretend that you're cool because you go somewhere else. All right, I'm gonna go get another drink. I think this is a 2-drink night, but I'll be back.
This place is 642 King Street West. That's kind of neat. Sorry for that sudden turn of the camera.
Oh, Tech Needs Tea says she lives amongst the best theme parks. Yes, you have Islands of Adventure and Busch Gardens. You have a lot of great theme parks. You can go on Cheetah Hunt in Busch Gardens. Orlando is definitely where it's at. I'm not a Disney fan. I don't like Disney. I think it's absolutely magical when you're a kid, but when you're an adult, it's kind of like someone grabbing you by the ankles and holding you upside down and shaking you until every last penny has completely been drained from everything you own. Would you ride X-Scream? It's in Las Vegas. Yes, I would, Ro. There's nothing I wouldn't ride. I would absolutely go on X-Scream. And I would absolutely... anything like that I would do. All the stuff on the Stratosphere I would do. Like, it's all pretty awesome. But I'm not a Disney fan. Now we're having... ooh, this is interesting. A Hawaiian-style pale ale. This is beer number 4 today. 2 of the stream. Number 4 of the day. Maybe tomorrow will be the day off. The new coaster at IOA is amazing. Oh, is that the Harry Potter coaster, Tech Needs Tea? I've heard the theming on that is unreal. I don't even know Harry Potter. Like, I haven't watched any of the movies. And Ro, thank you for the $2. Sorry, I forgot to thank you for the $2. Devin says accurate. Have you seen the prices that they charge you to stay on resort at Disney World? If you're a family of 4 going on vacation for a week, you're looking at like 15 grand just to like stay there and go to the parks and eat. It's like, what the hell? Just don't do it. Unless if your money's no object, yeah, do it. Who cares? I don't. But most people, it's nuts. Who pays this? And you get these people. You can see them on YouTube. There's this whole like cult of Disney fans where they go to, like, all they do is go to Disney for their vacations. They'll go to Florida. They'll go to California. Sometimes they'll go to Japan or Hong Kong. But there's this weird cult of people that all they do is go to Disney. And there's YouTube channels just devoted to going to Disney. And it's the same videos over and over and over again. Tech Needs Tea, that was a few years ago. It's new. Oh, I didn't know that. Tech Needs Tea. Look up Velocicoaster. Oh, I've heard about that. I'm a little bit out of the loop. But if you go... I don't know. This is a terrible thing to search here.
Good afternoon, my friends.
We stayed... There's these channels that all they do is like Disney World Adventure. I don't know. I'm not thinking right. But there's all these channels where people just go to Disney. And they get so many views, which I guess it's like super searched for. But it's such a weird thing. Live a little. Like, these are like the people that only eat Big Macs and they won't even go have a Whopper across the street. Like, all they do is go to Disney. And they save up all year for it. And then they go and they splurge. Like, I get it. You like it. But it's such a weird thing to do. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. If that's your thing, I'm sorry if I'm offending you. But I went down this rabbit hole.
Welcome to TPM Vids Disney Beach.
Like, this is one of those channels. And all it does is talk about Disney. Over and over and over and over again. It's so weird. Sure, go there, but I don't know. I don't get it. Even like the adult stuff, I find is kind of weird. Like Epcot, I went there as a kid, and I have great memories of it. Like, I'm very grateful that my parents took me there. I think we went twice actually. I really liked it. We went to, there was some adult Typhoon Lagoon we went to. But we also went to Busch Gardens. We also went to Universal. We also went to everywhere else. We didn't just go to Disney. I don't know. Too much of a weird, it's just a weird little hill to die on if you're going to defend Disney to death. Oh, I was thinking one channel I do watch is called Theme Park Worldwide. This is a guy and his girlfriend. And they do these kind of interesting vlogs they go all around the world. They haven't been as much during the pandemic. But this guy goes to tons of amusement parks and he rides them, and he also does vlogs about his trips. He did the Disney World thing and he loved it. But he also did all the other parks. He came up to Canada's Wonderland once, and he did a vlog in Canada's Wonderland. But this is it's just one guy, and he brings his girlfriend with him, just cranking out tons of amusement park vids. And this is, he's at 268,000 subscribers, so this has to be his full-time job, but it's a neat channel. Oh, he's got new wallpaper. Since people are asking me other channels I watch. Check out Amusement Insiders. They travel, but they're rolling with Ian. Yeah, Amusement Insiders was kind of just the same thing every day. Like, we're going to fly a drone over Wonderland and watch them. Yeah, I watched that channel. It's alright. Harjot went to Humbird Bay Shores yesterday. Neat. Have you heard of Action Park? Yes, and I've seen the movie. There's a lot of crazy stories. It's still going now as a relatively safe water park, right? I think it's under a different name. Susan says that's King in Portland. Microlift loves Tokidoki Traveler. What is the Tokidoki Traveler? My modern Japanese kitchen. I went to a Japanese love hotel with a water slide. Moving to my new Japanese apartment. That's neat. I will give this channel a deeper look. Thank you, Microlith, for the suggestion. I was just saying there's a lack of the other gender. One of the other gender, sorry to offend anyone, I'm drunk. But it seems to be mostly dudes doing a lot of these travel channels, so I would like to broaden my horizons a bit and check her channel out. They have the next generation. They have the next attraction coming to Wonderland that they have an exclusive on. A love hotel. Ali BHG, when I moved to Korea, they put me in a love hotel. They're just hourly hotels that are kind of, they're called love hotels because obviously, but they're hourly hotels that are generally pretty neat. They always have some kind of theme, or I don't know, you have to see it. The one I went to, my school, I was teaching kids. They put me in a hotel. My bed was a circle, and it had a black light on it, and it glowed in the dark when you turned all the lights off. And I'm lying in bed trying to sleep. My first night ever in Korea. And I got there at night. So they took me straight to the hotel. And all night long, I hear high heels, high heels, high heels, doors opening, doors closing, high heels, high heels, high heels. And I was thinking, like, where the hell am I staying? What? And it turns out it's a normal thing when people just need a hotel for a night or two. Because my apartment was occupied by the teachers who hadn't left yet. They're still on contract. So they put me in this hotel for a few nights just to get me by until I could move into the apartment. And it was an eye-opener. I'm like, we don't have this. This is nuts. And it was nice. It had a big TV. It had like a whirlpool soaker tub. It was pretty sweet. Ro wonders why love hotels aren't as common here. I think hourly hotels are not even legal here. Have you ever watched Walk, Ride, Fly? Yes, of course. We talk sometimes. Funny story about Walk, Ride, Fly. He was at like 998 subscribers, and I subscribed with 2 of my accounts to bring up to 1,000. I remember that. Susan says red light district. Tokyo, do they have a red light district? They have like red lighty districts, I guess. Obviously in Shinjuku, and why am I forgetting the name where all the foreigners go? You saw, yeah, they have the hotels like that rolling with Ian. Kara and Nate, all right. Susan says Osaka. Osaka's neat. I have good memories of staying in Osaka. I don't know, Kohana. I don't know. I didn't go down that rabbit hole. Have you ever been to the YouTube makerspace on Britton Street in Toronto? No. I marched to my own drum. I didn't even know that was a thing rolling with Ian. I didn't know that it was a thing. Fans Buses Gaming subbed to Kara and Nate. Oh, I've seen them. Yes, they definitely ring a bell. I have totally seen them. They're very, very professionally edited videos. I kind of like it when there's a bit of a homemade touch to the videos that people make online. 2.34 million subs. Yeah, it makes my 50 seem like it's not very much. Ro, Josh Cahill. No, I haven't. Travel channel, I guess. YouTubers with certain numbers can use the space to create videos. That's neat. I wouldn't really have a need for that, personally, what I do. But that's neat. I could look into that and see what they offer. How many people are watching this? I can't see in the software. We're at 173 people, and we've had over 1,000 playbacks. Sweet. Oh, is this where my... Yeah, I'm running out of battery here. I wanted this walk to keep continuing, but it doesn't. Josh does airline videos. Thank you, Marg174. Claudia, you're back for a bit. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we might play a game or two, but I'm trying not to... Maybe I'm just taking a little bit of a break from keeping the focus on the games on this channel, or being so heavily focused on the games. I know they're fun, but they're not for everyone, and I have kind of that need to change things up every now and then, so who knows. But I've tried with my schedule, and I think Sundays is the best time to do this. It's the only time of the week when I really just have nothing to do but twiddle my thumbs and have some downtime. So I'm sorry, I know some people work. Bevy now works Monday morning. But this is really the best time for me to do this. I said I was going to do one of these on Friday, and I didn't. I said I might do it. I didn't commit to doing it for sure. I said I might. Jeanette, enjoyed the chat tonight. Have a great night, Johnny and friends. Gotta work tomorrow. Jeanette, thank you so much for the super chat, Jeanette. Have a good night. And see you soon. I don't know when my next stream will be on the other channel, but we'll see you soon. Tech Needs Tea, are you there? When are you streaming next? Have you done anything lately? Tech! Live from Orlando, it's a Stumbles at... When's your next Stumbles after party? Everybody... I've had a few people keep asking me, when is Tech streaming again? And I'm like, I don't know, why don't you ask her? Tech says she is here, but doesn't really know. I think a lot of people are very, very into what you're doing. I mean, you don't have a lot of views, but you've only made 3 videos, and one of them was freaking vertical. Sorry, that's the alcohol speaking. But maybe in about a week. Okay, I suppose we can wait a week. And your streams are fun because it's definitely like it's like a flashlight into your soul. I think you have a very humble, honest quality to you that not a lot of people have online. So I think it would be neat. Flashlight into your soul. What the hell am I trying to say? That's weird. But you get the idea. You get the idea. I think you're great, and I think the dose of refreshing honesty without the BS that some people pour on is nice. Action Kid did a virtual video last night. Did I miss that, Claudia? Uh-oh, someone's not gonna like his thumbnails. Oh, he did this one, the surprise fireworks. And he did the one with walk, ride, fly. This guy has... Mark, I said thank you for the $10 to Jeanette, didn't I? I thought I thanked Jeanette. But thank you, Jeanette, again for the $10. It's very much appreciated. This guy has a voice made for radio. He's got... His channel's pretty... I remember I was at 10,000 when he was at 1,000. And now he has surpassed me. But, yeah, I would not be surprised if this guy ends up on, like, Sirius or the radio, because his voice is something else. Walkin' NYC. And he's got a lot of charisma, and he's really good at what he does, so he deserves a lot of the great things that have come his way. Action Kid Extra. Where's this virtual video? I watched this on my big screen TV last night. I thought I was trying to take this channel to the next level, and now Action Kid's reviewing hot dogs. Y'all flatter me. I will try to stream on Friday or Saturday for you guys. Let me know, Tech, and I will be there for sure, and maybe we can tie it into one of my streams, or I can stream before and announce that. Maroof says, you wonder what happened to Toronto. Yeah, that guy just disappeared. 4K Wanderer, right? It was basically me, Ken, and him that were live streaming from Toronto. And then he changed his channel name a few times and then went poof. I think it's a bit of a shame. He had a good thing going. He seemed to have a very loyal following. People really liked what he did. So, come on, start joining. Rolling with Ian is now live streaming, so there's some people filling in the gaps. But I miss having other streamers in Toronto. Yeah, he did, Michael. That's a shame. I mean, he was a nice guy. I met him a few times. We only met for a few seconds. Super nice, super friendly. I don't know. But one thing, guys, is people have lives, right? YouTube is a huge commitment, and it's a lot of time. And I mean, at some point, you only have so much time in the day, right? I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I don't know. Microlith says maybe you should start a channel. Start a channel. I think we'd all love to see that. Not just a 2-second teaser clip on YouTube or on Instagram. If that's you that I'm thinking that was. You really like this prairie girl, but she is taking a break, enjoying her life. Yeah, what happened to her? Did she... She used to come in these chats. 4K 60 short sunrise beach walk. She was doing lives too. Did she announce that she was taking a break? Yeah, Tech, that's perfectly understandable. Stills is your jam. That is a whole different world than video. That I don't... I mean, it's just the technical knowledge of operating a camera. You could probably take a better picture with like a 10-year-old point-and-shoot camera than most people could with a really modern SLR or mirrorless camera, right? Like, there's an art to taking good pictures, and it's not just the equipment. So that completely different world from what I do. Seems related, but it's not. 4K was mostly... Yeah, he definitely did a lot of waterfront streams. You went on a first date at Casa Loba? You're really trying with Insta. You're putting so much into it, and you only have a cheap phone, and it's growing. Yeah, Estelle, I mean, you don't have to have a great phone. Like I said, I think it's all about like the composition, and you can always put filters on it, right? I've seen people with really low-end equipment do great things on Insta, so I don't think that's a huge hurdle. Did you fix your mic? Let me find out. Yeah, it sounds like I fixed my mic. It sounds alright. Yeah. All I had to do was reboot my computer. Just one of those, like, things, right? Reboot your computer. You learned your lesson from going vertical tech. Oh, what else is a Toronto 4K walk? What else is new in the world of... Oh, look at this asshole just hogging all the... 773,000 views. Who is this guy? 50. This view is not even one of my narrated views. This is a recent one, getting 29K. Who else do we have? One Way Ticket. Who is One Way Ticket? Is that a play on Korean won? Oh, we got someone doing Mississauga. I'm always curious about other people's videos. Ooh. The nice blur in fade. We got music playing. He's letting us know this is just a preview of the walk. Someone put some effort into this. This is good stuff, One Way Ticket. This does not look like it was filmed with a Pocket 2. What camera was he using? Ah! Put your equipment in the description. Put your equipment in the description, people. People want to know. You're gonna... If you ever start to get a lot of views, you're gonna answer so many questions just by putting basic stuff. Oh, we're going with the music. Oh, no music here. I don't know. Is he using a 4th axis gimbal? This guy walks... He's got a really smooth way of walking. My advice would be raise your horizon line a little bit. Get it up into the next... Get it up a little higher. because it's kind of like we're looking up. But other than that, this is ridiculously smooth. Good job. I approve of One Way Ticket. I've never seen this channel before. I didn't know it existed. My walk around. Oh, the OG of OGs. Downtown Toronto Bay Street walk in the morning. What else is cooking? ZT Canada. Oh, that's 2 years ago. We got to search today. Johnny Strides coming on top. Explore Toronto. I've been through that channel. Toronto Walk and Drive. I've met this guy before. Who is this ass clown? Just kidding. That's Ken. I got to do a collab with Ken soon again. 4K Walk in Canada. 4K Walk in Canada. Not the most original of channel names, but what happens when we all move to 8K? Are you going to move? Change your name? You want a 4th axis gimbal real bad, but you already got too much attention with your DSLR? Devin, my only complaint with the 4th axis gimbal is it's like too smooth. It's like you're watching a video that's on rails. And I kind of like having the slight bob in the video. You can buy 4th axis gimbals for the Osmo. But I like it because it simulates walking. So, because you walk like you're walking down the street like that. So I try to use just the 3 axes, but minimize the bob. That's just like, I think it's natural to experience that when it's smooth. There's a guy, what's the channel in Japan where he just puts his camera on like a bike and pushes it on the sidewalk, and it's so smooth, but it's kind of I don't want to say off-putting, but it's a little weird just because it's too smooth. And a 4th axis gimbal kind of does that. Just my opinion. You can disagree with me. But I kind of like the sudden bob, or the slight bob you get from a 3-axis gimbal. Welcome tour. Benidorm. I searched for a Toronto walk, and it's giving us Benidorm. Walking in GTA. Is this a walking video? Based on a video game? Rolling with Ian says, is the human eye even capable of noticing 8K versus 10? Absolutely, if you're sitting close enough. It all has to do with distance from a screen. There's THX, distance seating guidelines. For instance, when it comes to TV viewing, I just wanted the chart. Where's the chart? There's like distance calculators, right? Where, for instance, if I have a 65-inch TV, so according to this, I should be 4.25 to 6.5 feet away. I actually sit 6.5 feet away. But if you're watching 1080p, you could be 8 feet away. And if you're watching... It says my thing disconnected, but I think we're okay. They must have disconnected and reconnected right away. But basically, yeah, there's these charts that'll show you that it has everything to do with the resolution and the distance you sit from. So you can absolutely tell 8K from 1080p if you're sitting close enough. And also remember, Netflix or Amazon Prime 4K is not as good as Blu-ray 1080p. That's just a superior bitrate. It's a better picture. So it's not always the resolution that counts. It's kind of like how pixel count. You buffered a lot. Yeah, I lost connection somehow, but it reconnected. It's kind of like how the number of megapixels doesn't mean jack shit if the camera is good or not, right? It's the quality of the lens and the optics, not the number of megapixels. Who cares how many megapixels it has? Can it do the resolution you want it to do? Yes. Okay, focus on the other things. So, right? So, TVs are very much the same. It's all about the bitrate and the quality of what you're getting. But generally speaking, it depends on where you sit in terms of the resolution. But if you have a quality 4K 65-inch TV, you can sit 4 feet from it, and it'll look much better than 1080p. So there is a difference. And this guy's just walking around a video game here. That's a weird kind of walking channel. Is your internet good? Yes, my internet should be good. I am streaming right now. Let's see, what are we getting? What are we getting? We're gonna... Boo! I should be getting way faster than that. I should be getting 1,000 down. That's still really good, by the way. But I am not getting my full speeds tonight. Angry. And my upload should be 30, but I'm live streaming, so it should be about 23. If I wasn't live streaming, this would be 30. But I'm using 6K as my live streaming bitrate. Oh, so that's pretty good, yeah. So if you're wondering about my internet speeds, just go to speedtest.net and see. But don't do it from Wi-Fi. Unless, well, if you're on 5G or Wi-Fi 6, you might have better results. But if you're most Wi-Fi, this will cut off at around like 200 and something. You just won't get it that fast. Susan says throttle. Yeah, but I could... That is fast enough to download like an 80 gig 4K HDR movie in like a blink of an eye. So I'm not complaining. Even though I'm not getting my full speed. That is not something to complain about. And as a YouTuber, all I care about is uploading. I don't care about downloading. Downloading is... Who cares? It's all about uploading. Okay, what can we do? Is Ryan Ride still here? He's got a video canceled. Ryan Ride's dead gimbal. Oh, Ryan! You spelled gimbal wrong. Did you do that on purpose? And we are down to 147. Okay, so I do have a fair bit of editing to do. I'm going to stay with you guys until I finish my beer. But we're not going to do games tonight. So if you're waiting for games, we're just going to take the week off. I might do, maybe I'll do a game stream on like a Wednesday or something when I have the energy. I might do a dedicated game stream. But we're just going to cool it for a week. And we're going to come back all refreshed and ready to play. Ro says, rest in peace. All right, man. Sorry, Ro. I know you love the games. I feel bad because there's a few people that love the games. And I like them too. But I think it'll be better when we come back to them ready to attack them, right? With a fresher mindset. Maybe there'll be some new games in the mix. But we're just gonna skip the games on this stream tonight. Tech Needs Tea says rip. Sorry, the Queen Tea will not be playing. But we'll get your stream and we'll do some games later. I'm still at like half a beer, by the way. I probably shouldn't have opened this. I've already had a whole bunch. You've been a bit burned out. Yeah, the last few rap battles have felt really, really, I guess, burned out. That's a good term. They felt kind of long in the tooth. So sometimes the best thing to do is step away from something, give it some time, and come back to it, right? That's good relationship advice, isn't it? Maybe you could buy a pack or two and host a game night. You know what, Tech? I'll buy you a pack if you want to do that. Just because if you really want to do that, I have no problems doing that because you've modded, and then we could play games and you could host. Start learning how to do that. It's kind of download either Prism or OBS software and start playing with it. It would be cool if you used a webcam, but if you don't, understandable. Ryan Rides, are you going to stream tonight, Ryan Rides? Let us know, and I can put out the good word. Did you mention what new gimbal you got? Did you mention what new gimbal you got? How's Tom Tim Tung doing? Toronto E-Riders. Good night, Whitby dude. Tom Tim Tung has I don't know who the Toronto E-Riders are. I'll have to watch this video. Vivian, thank you, and have yourself a good night. Does anyone have a good recommendation of a blender? You know what, Teratopia? I've been using the same blender every single morning for like 6 years. And I've been through like 3 or 4 different blades, but the blender itself and the motor has been golden. And it's just a Ninja. But which Ninja do I have? Yeah, well, mine doesn't have this fancy stuff here. I think that's it. That's my blender. This thing is a monster. I've had to replace the blade because eventually the rubber grommet or rubber things on the bottom do wear out after like daily use for like a few years. But you can get the blades on AliExpress for like $5, and you can just have those shipped over from China. Or you could get them for like $20 on Amazon if you don't want to wait. What I recommend doing is ordering this blender because it is a beast. And just get yourself some backup blades almost right away from AliExpress. And then by the time they get here, just put them in your cupboard and forget about them. And when the day comes, when your blade decides to self-destruct, you've got a backup. But like, I've literally used this every single day, sometimes multiple. You've seen my smoothie video. And the thing, this is kind of like the Shark Rocket of, the Shark Rocket is a vacuum that is like 95% as good as a Dyson. And it's like a third the cost. This to like the Blendtec is the version of that. It's like the more mainstream, cheaper version that is 95% as good as the super premium option. So anything Ninja gets my vote of approval based on my one experience with one blender. But maybe I just got a really good one. But I think it's awesome. Ryan rides the same one gimbal it mounts. I got the MX, but it's kind of lame. Oh, the good thing about the Moza gimbals is the motors. I use the MX Mini because the motor is super strong. If you tried to use the Osmo Mobile, the wind, your phone will just start flapping around like crazy. The motor is no good. But Moza, for some reason, those things, they can withstand hurricane gusts. So definitely for what you do, Moza's the right brand. Did you ever try morning rounds? Morning rounds of what? What vacuum do you have? I have a Shark Rocket. Since we're talking vacuums, I have one of these guys. It is not wireless. There is a cord here. But these are phenomenal. This is like the vacuum equivalent of the Ninja Blender, if you ask me. But I just live in a bachelor. Like, I change like the bag like once every 6 months. Like, I don't even fill that up. Yeah, this is... I don't know. I wouldn't even buy a Dyson if money was no object. I'd just buy one of these because they're amazing. Lisa hates cords. I hate batteries. Batteries die. It's planned obsolescence, especially if the battery's built in. 30-minute battery life now will be 20 minutes in a year from now, which will be 12 minutes in 2 years from now. Next thing you know, your vacuum lasts 5 minutes. Then it lasts 2 minutes. It's a move straight out of the Apple playbook, and it's terrible for the environment. So I'm a fan of this. But if you have stairs or a big unit or a big apartment, I guess battery or wireless is the way to go. But I think all of those things should come with replaceable batteries that are also recyclable. right? Like, how is that not legislated? Like, Devin hates batteries. Johnny's so wise. Sorry, Lisa, he's right, though. Anything with a sealed-in battery is planned obsolescence. Period. That's just the way it was designed. It was designed to make you have to buy a new one in a few years. Teratopia says she's going to try the Ninja. Sweet! Yours has a replaceable battery. That's good. I didn't know that. If the battery is replaceable, I'll give it a pass. Remember when smartphones had replaceable batteries? Those were the good days. What happened to those days? Apple came and ruined them. Or everyone copied Apple. There's a rant for you. Sorry, Tom. I've watched too much of your video. Look, sells refurbished items for a discount. You got your Shark vacuum. Yeah, you can get them from, like, factory direct. I think what happens is when people, like, buy shit from Amazon, or not Amazon, but, like, Best Buy, and they return it, Best Buy can only send so many back to Shark, right? And once they've hit that limit, they have to sell them as open box items. That's why Best Buy sells open box items. But most of what gets returned to them, they send back to the manufacturer. The manufacturer confirms there's nothing wrong with them and then sells them as refurbished items, which is often what shows up in those stores. So sometimes you get stuff that was sent in for warranty repair and they just replaced the item with another refurbished item and then fixed that one. So sometimes you get that, but a lot of times you're just buying something that someone bought to return. All right, Lisa, have a good night. I will be ending this shortly because we are on our last beer, and as I said, no games tonight. Have you ever flown a Boeing 737 Max or whatever? Yeah, I would not even think twice about it, Justin. Although I was in Indonesia when one of the 737 Max crashes happened in Indonesia. That was kind of scary. You're still safer on a 737 Max than you are in like any car driving down the street, even with the history of that airplane. So to me, it's a no-brainer. I would fly. It was kind of like getting the AstraZeneca vaccine. It's like, okay, in reality, there's zero chance this is going to do anything bad to me. You paid for the DJI insurance. Yeah, they have this care. I didn't do that, but they're sending me a return label. You know what happened? DJI actually replied to me. Look at this. Hi, Johnny. We're terribly sorry to know about the incident. We're very concerned about your issue and hoping to follow up with the related team. With this, kindly provide us the ticket. So I provided the ticket number, and then they said they started. Then they said that thanks for the information. So I removed the ticket number. I was like, wait a minute, someone might just email them like, hey, here's my ticket number. Can you change the address to this? So I removed the ticket number. Thank you. Sorry again for the issues. If there's anything we can do for your during the service, please feel free to let us know. What can you do for me? Dear DJI, please send me $50,000. So we're going to see. I'll follow up. If they come through and fix the issue, I will let you guys know. Whatever happens to this camera, I will get to the bottom of, and I will let you guys know. Ooh, this thumbnail I chose tonight was a picture of Anchor Watt from when I was in CM Reap. Did you videotape the dog pooping? No, the dog didn't poop when I was there. Bamba says, tell them to sponsor you. You know, I emailed them back before the Pocket 2 came out, and they said I was too small. They were like, we're only interested in partnering with very large YouTube channels. You know what, DJI? You sent that camera to a lot of channels that were smaller than me. And I did this video here. DJI Pocket 2 Toronto walking video test. 56,000 views. DJI Pocket 2 verse 1, where I made your new Pocket 2 look really good. 28,000 views. And if I check my affiliate link sales on Amazon, I have sold you guys like 100 cameras. And you can't even send me a free one to test when everything I do is based on your product? Okay. I'm just being an idiot right now. I can't expect any company to send me anything free. But I've done more than my share to help this company out that doesn't need my help at all because they make a really good product. So let's see. Did your melted camera get more views? Maybe you should pull the camera model from the videos. I think it was a freak accident. And one thing that's important to know is that I use these cameras way more than most people, right? Like, I look at all the videos I've done in all the weather conditions. So when I buy one of these cameras, if it lasts like 6 months, it's worth it for me. Like, nobody is using these cameras nearly as much except for Action Kid and like some of the other YouTubers. So I realistically can't expect something so small with like this kind of mechanism to like do its thing and last that long realistically. So I'm not mad. Like, I expect shit to happen. In fact, when my first DJI broke and it was still under warranty, I just went out and bought a new one and didn't bother to do a warranty replacement on the old one. I was like, whatever. I basically ran that thing into the ground. So as far as my DJI overheating and shit happening, that was a super, super high mileage product that was used for like an hour to two every single day. And I wasn't even, like, I would just come home and plug it in. I wasn't even letting it like cool down to room temperature. I wasn't babying the battery. I was literally just using the hell out of it and charging it right back up. So whatever. I would not be hesitant at all about DJI to buy one of their products. They're actually a pretty good company. And they're definitely a better company than GoPro. I will give them that. So I would not hesitate. Hey, we're at 51.3 thousand subs. Woo! Again, I'm going to start the process of getting some new channel art. Fans, Buses Gaming says, is merch at 100k? No, merch will come soon. It'll come before 60k for sure. It'll come definitely before 60k. Tech Needs Tea says, have you ever had a sponsored video? The closest thing to a sponsored video I ever had was on this channel. I've turned down a whole lot, but was this one. This company sent me their products, and the only condition was I make a video on it. They said you can do whatever you want in whatever style you want. It's not a review. You don't have to say anything good about it, but you have to feature our product in a video. And I said, how about on the Johnny Stumbles channel? And to my surprise, they sent it to me and I did it. So I've done that. How would you even do a sponsored video? I've had offers from VPNs. Like, a few VPN companies have offered to pay me to pitch their products, but that really, I don't know. That really didn't work. Especially when you see how, like, professional a lot of other YouTubers do that. With the e-scooter I bought, the company, like, gave me a free lock. Like, and they gave me a very small discount off the e-scooter. Again, no obligation. I just said I'm going to be completely honest with this thing. Whatever happens, I'm going to show it. If it breaks down, that's going to be in my video, right? If something bad happens to this product, I'm going to show that in my video. Like, and I'm going to probably say not nice things about it. And they were like, yeah, cool. Like, we're confident it's a good product. So I haven't really done a paid sponsor. This is the closest I've came One company is sending me a new gimbal and a new camera. And it's the same thing. I said, I'm not reviewing it. I'll use it. I'll talk about it. But I'm not necessarily going to put it in a positive light. Kohana can't stand humans right now. I'm a human, Kohana. I'm a human. Oops. You can't stand me. Have you thought about making a soundtrack? No, but the guy who runs Camera Conspiracies, he's got a music channel, doesn't he? This guy is in... Oh, he's got 100,000 subs. Congrats to him. He is in... or just off of the Danforth. Stern Beats. So he's got 3 channels. He's got Camera Conspiracies, he's got Vegetable Police, and Stern Beats. This song came in a dream. I think he filmed this video on an e-scooter. Kohana says, I'm fine. Everyone else can go to. Kohana, please. People aren't that bad. People aren't that bad. Is that his only video on this channel? 90s Tech House Throwback Magnetic Thunder Horse. I made the song for squirrels. Lol, Squirrel King. Anyways, yeah, so someone asked me if I could make music. No, this guy could make music. I can't make music. Urbanist soundtrack is pretty good. When I did my video on this channel, where did I get the music from? When I did, oh, why is this so zoomed in? This video, Queen Street Beaches Audio.
This is a turning point for us as Asians in this country and around the world.
Because our histories and struggles in this country.
I basically did a video set to music, right? This song was kind of trippy. But I literally just kind of randomly plucked those songs from the YouTube audio library, which I can't access now because I'm not signed in. But you get the idea. Muzak, Devo, please. So coming up, as I mentioned earlier, this week on Stumbles, the last month's members exclusive video is about to become available for everybody. So I will release that. I forget what it is. What is it? I think it was a rain walk. And then I have a video of me walking a dog coming up. And I think I might do an e-scooter video uploaded as a members video as well. So some new content on this channel. Sometimes this channel goes a week without content or anything. Fans Buses Gaming says bye, Susan. But on that note, I think it's time to say goodnight. I've still got some editing to do. It's still early, so I can actually get some work done on a Sunday night. And I'd like to thank our mods. Tech Needs Tea. How do you find the members videos again? The members video, Tech Needs Tea, I will send you as a moderator. You're also entitled to the members videos. So what happens is on Stumbles, after 30 days, I make the members videos available to everyone. So where's the members video here? Here was a members video. So I just put members video in the in parenthesis. So this was available to channel members for a month, and then it became available to everyone else. Bill, one of our members, suggested that they don't have to be locked up for 30 days, but it is what it is. But anyways, guys, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you to our mods, and I'll see you at the same bat time, same bat channel next week. Maybe with games, maybe with not. Who knows? But anyways, guys, have a good night.